Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video that I can't wait to watch. It's called Top 25 Places to Visit in Germany. So I know that this is a travel guide. So I know that in Germany there's a lot of beautiful and gorgeous places. Not just like a lot of cities. Obviously, like you have like your big cities like Frankfurt and Munich, and I'm blanking out on the others. But obviously like there's obviously like the big cities, Berlin. But there's a lot of greenery. I know that they do a lot of like agriculture, and there's a lot of like, so because of they have to like plant those trees somewhere and plant those plants. So there's like a lot of like mountains, a lot of like lakes. I know they have like a lake district, so I'm expecting to see like a lot of like countryside, little cities and little towns. Also, I know there's like a lot of castles. I'm actually like shocked because I think there's like a lot of castles that survived in, throughout history, because Germany obviously in Europe, like there is like a pretty old country. And I'm surprised at like the amount of castles that they have. I don't really know if like the country in Europe that has the most castles, but I know there's like a lot of castles, and I think it's all over like the whole country. It's not just like in one particular province. I think it's just like there's just a lot of castles that have made it out, thankfully, because obviously they're super old, but it's a good thing that they have survived. It doesn't matter, it stood the test of time. I don't really know if you can like actually visit or enter them, but I know they're there. At least like the structure is there. And I'm guessing we're probably going to be seeing some of them in this travel guide. But I can't wait to watch this. So let's check it out and comment, like, subscribe, and start.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan Shirley, and I want to show you
this
some of my
looks
favorite
beautiful. It doesn't even look real.
Country,
a castle.
Germany. So here is my Germany top 20.
Oh my god, there's like a lake. Look at that. It looks like, it doesn't even look real. It looks like a painting.
Germany is one of the most beautiful and historical countries in the world. It's a land full of fairy tale towns, endless castles, and enchanting sceneries. Germany has so much waiting to be explored. Let's start this video off at Germany's highest mountain, the Zugspitze. Now, with a height of 2,962 meters, it's easily one of the most impressive mountains in the country.
Do you climb that?
Is located in southern Germany, and the easiest way to get to the top of the mountain is by a cable car.
Okay.
It costs around 60 euros, and it's one of the biggest gondolas I've ever been in. Honestly,
it's
an
huge.
engineering phenomenon, and a little scary going up. And once you reach the top, you can explore the mountain station. I mean, it really blew me away up there.
It's so big.
Reminded me of an evil villain's lair. One thing that I thought was interesting is you can walk through this tunnel and it'll take you to the
and it's open.
It's gorgeous. Now, from the platform on the German side, you can see the summit cross. Me and my brother decided we wanted to climb to the top. The snow made it a little sketchy, but we held on tight.
Oh my god, they're climbing it.
And climbed a ladder and made it to the cross. I mean, the views were unreal.
I can't believe you actually like crossed that rock.
I'm sure it's not as sketchy to summit this. Now, after Zugspitze, you can take the cable car down to visit the Lake Eibsee. Now, it's known as the Maldives of the Alps.
Look at that color!
Tree-dotted islands. I mean, the color of the water there is astounding.
The color is just
time, I definitely recommend
insane.
Walking along the lake. It's full of beautiful groves of trees.
I want to live there.
On the shoreline and enjoy some Bavarian nature. After, we're going to head over to Wagenbrüche. Now, I have to say, this is one of the most scenic places.
Yeah, it looks like very idyllic.
I was just baffled by this place. It's this beautiful little lake nestled in the mountains.
It looks like the Alps or something.
Sheds that dot the hillside.
Yeah, look at the farm sheds.
The lake is overlooked by the perfectly placed Karwendel Alps. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Alpe de Sucy in the Dolomites. I had such a fun time exploring here.
Look
I
at
just
that.
walked down a little dirt road to get there, and it was a spectacular place.
Oh my god, it's so like
the Bavarian
no lights.
sunset.
It's gorgeous.
While we're still in Bavaria, we're gonna head over to Berchtesgaden.
Oh my god!
Now, I have to say, this is one of the most beautiful towns in all of Germany. It's just a 2-hour drive.
I'm speechless.
And it's nestled in the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite features of Berchtesgaden is the Watzmann Mountain.
What's that?
It's a uniquely shaped peak that towers over the town. It almost looks like someone took a bite out of it. One thing I love about Berchtesgaden is there's so many beautiful churches to explore.
Gorgeous. Oh,
one
churches.
Of my favorites
and look
is
at that
the
lake.
church in Ramsau. It's right
with the little
next to
bridge.
this beautiful stream, and there's this picture-perfect bridge to observe the church from. Another one of my favorites is the Maria Jern Church, which offers a perfect view of the Watzmann Mountain. One of the main reasons I wanted to go to Berchtesgaden was to visit Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Now, I'm really fascinated with World War II history, and I had to see this place for myself. Now, the Eagle's Nest was built in 1939, and was given to Hitler for his 50th birthday.
Oh my god, who
Now,
gave it to
to
him?
the Eagle's Nest, you can take a bus up. When you get to the top, you'll walk through a deep tunnel into the mountain. When I was in there, it was just crazy to think that Hitler walked these same walls.
Oh my
At
god.
the end of the tunnel, there's a circular room that leads you into a golden elevator. Even though the Eagle's Nest and the road leading up to it cost nearly 200 million euros to make, adjusted for inflation, Hitler only visited it on 14 documented occasions. This may be because Hitler was afraid of heights, and he was also scared of using the elevator. Thankfully,
it's just like in the middle of nowhere.
In World War II, and today it's a restaurant with panoramic views. And while you're there, you can hike up some
it's like in the Rock.
The Berchtesgaden National Park, enjoying the incredible
it's a national park. Makes sense.
Destination. Afterwards, we're going to head back to Berchtesgaden to visit the Lake Kunensee. Now, the lake was created by glaciers, which makes it feel like you're in a fjord you'd see in Norway or New Zealand. Yeah, when I was there, we took a boat ride to the end of the lake. It cost around 15 euros and took about 50 minutes to cross the lake. Now, the first stop was to the famous St. Bartholomew's
Why is it famous?
We kept going and we reached the end of the lake. We then hiked about 10 minutes to reach Obersee.
Just 10 minutes.
Iconic lake hut. And
oh my god, what is that?
Just astounding. I mean, the lake's so clear, and it's just surrounded by massive mountain walls that are hard to
it's just like standing there. It's so cute.
Had a great time enjoying the scenery around the lake. Definitely got to explore.
Does someone live there?
Obersee while you're in Berchtesgaden.
I'm guessing no.
After, we're going to visit the city of Dresden.
Oh yeah, this is another city, famous city.
In Germany, near the Czech Republic border. Dresden is an incredibly beautiful city built upon the Elbe River. It's famous for its
right next to the river.
Rococo architecture. Now, leading up to the 20th century, Dresden was just a remarkably beautiful place.
It is.
But tragically, during World War II,
the
city was almost completely destroyed by air raids. I mean, the whole city was just turned into rubble. Now, the restoration
But it's insane that it looks like that these days.
Now, today, Dresden is one of Germany's most visited cities, and it's been nicknamed the Florence of the Elbe.
Oh, because it looks like Florence?
A beautiful nature spot near Dresden is the Bastei Bridge. It's
Where
located
is it?
in Saxon, Switzerland, and it's this famous rock formation, part of the Elbe
it's a rock formation.
Mountains. It's been a tourist attraction for over 200 years.
Oh my god.
In 1824, a wooden bridge was made into the rock formation.
Oh my god, it's over 200 years.
To the present bridge today. I mean, it's such a cool spot.
It's so funny, yeah. It's like always been a touristy place.
Germany's rivers. Now, Germany is home to some of Europe's most important rivers, and many scenic cities, towns, and castles have been built upon the river shores. Now, one of the most important is the Danube.
Oh, of course, the river.
It originates in the Black Forest and empties in the Black Sea on Romania's coast, making it the second largest river in all Europe. Now, one of my favorite cities on the Danube is Passau. It's located right on the Austrian border.
Oh, it's in the border.
It's nicknamed the City of Three Rivers as it's built upon the confluence of the Danube, Inn, and Ilz.
Oh, are those like the three of them?
It's cool how you can see the different colors of the rivers.
Oh my god, yes, it's true. You can see the different colors.
During the Renaissance period, Passau was one of Germany's best sword and bladed weapon manufacturers. I mean, must have been pretty cool to live in Passau.
I bet, yes.
Now, the longest river in Germany is the Rhine.
I know,
it begins
so many
in Switzerland
rivers.
and empties in the North Sea as it crosses through important cities such as Cologne and Dusseldorf. Now, the banks of the Rhine River are home to so many
is that a castle?
Castles. Yeah. An interesting place.
What is
the
that?
False Grafenstein Castle.
It's a castle.
Quite the name. Now, it was built in the 14th century and
14th
served
century.
as a station for passing ships. A chain was put across the river, making sure ships would pay the toll, and uncooperative sailors would be put in the castle's dungeon. I mean, it's pretty fascinating if you ask me.
They put you in a dungeon.
Another notable river in Germany is the Moselle. It's located in western Germany, and the Moselle River is home to some of Germany's best wine country, as the river's hillsides are covered with terraced vineyards where some of the best Riesling grow.
That's so
good. One of the most notable places on the river is the Cochem Castle. The original castle was built
in the middle
back
of the hill.
In the 1100s, and it made its money by collecting shipping tolls on passing ships.
Everyone made their money by shipping.
Sadly, it was destroyed in 1689 by the French, but in 1868, a wealthy businessman from Berlin decided to rebuild the castle ruins. Today, it stands perched on a hill overlooking the beautiful
it overlooks everything.
The Moselle River. Another fairy tale location in Germany is the Hohenzollern Castle. Now I have to say this is one of the most impressive castles in all of Germany. It sits perfectly on Mount Hohenzollern and can be seen from miles away. Hohenzollern is the last of 3 castles that was built upon this hill. It was completed in 1867 as memorial to the Prussian royal family. Today it's one of Germany's most visited castles.
Okay, so you can visit.
Why. Now after, we're going to visit Lake Constance. Now it's this massive lake that's not only in Germany but also borders Austria and Switzerland.
It's so big.
Now, it's the second largest lake in all of Europe by volume. Now one scenic place on the lake is this town called Lindau. Now what makes it so unique is that it's this island. Now it was first mentioned by a monk in the mid-century, and during medieval times it became quite the fortified city.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's been around since the Middle Ages.
I just love the harbor and just the fact that it's an island. I mean, just so
it's pretty cool.
Another picturesque city on Lake Constance is Meersburg. It's located right on the shore.
Look at those little houses. They look like toy houses.
Beautiful colored houses. After, we're going to visit the capital city,
Berlin. The big city.
Now, today, Berlin is a thriving capital with a population of over 3.6 million people. It's an incredible city with a complicated history. Now, Berlin was first documented in the 13th century. During World War II, it was the headquarters of Hitler's Third Reich and became the most heavily bombed city.
That's crazy to think that it looked like that at some point.
Berlin was divided into the East and West Berlin. With the end of the Cold War, East and West Berlin were finally reunited in 1990. So one of my favorite spots is the Brandenburg Gate. It's this 18th century neoclassical monument that is Germany's national symbol of unity and peace. You can also check out the Berlin Wall Memorial to see remnants of the historical wall. After Berlin, we're going to head over to Hamburg. Located in northern Germany on the Elbe River, Hamburg is the second largest city in Germany after Berlin. Thanks to its access to the North Sea, Hamburg grew as the port city throughout the ages, and it is Europe's third largest port. I just love all the
it looks like Venice.
City. Hamburg is home to 2,500 bridges, making it the city.
Why is there so many bridges?
It reminds me of modern day Venice. A really impressive spot in the city is the Speicherstadt. It's the largest warehouse district.
It's a warehouse district.
Another beautiful spot in the city is the Auster Lakes. It's a set of 2 artificial lakes that
they're artificial lakes
during the summertime. While we're still in northern Germany, we're going to visit Lübeck.
Oh my god, it was a church.
An hour's drive from Hamburg, Lübeck is the second largest city on Germany's Baltic coast. Lübeck is famous for being the de facto capital of the Hanseatic League, which was a medieval organization that dominated trade between the 13th and 15th centuries. Even after the Hanseatic League fell apart in 1669, Lübeck remained an important trading town on the Baltic Sea.
It's insane that you have like illustrations of that time.
Cities, and it's nicknamed the City of Seven Towers thanks to its prominent church towers that dot the city. My favorite feature of Lübeck is the Holsten Gate. It was built in 1464 and served as the city's gate. Today, it's a museum.
Oh my god, it's the city's gate. That's crazy.
I mean, I just love its 2 Gothic towers.
Yes, it looks
lean on them.
Insane.
Such an incredible structure.
Yeah, it's an incredible structure.
You can venture up to the Baltic coast. A beautiful area is Bråten. It's home to coastal cliffs and incredible views of the Baltic Sea.
It's so flat, no mountains.
There's a walking trail that follows the coast, and it's an ideal spot to explore on a summer day.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Oh my god, look at the ocean.
There's a massive beach and pier to walk out on. One of the most beautiful palaces in northern Germany is the Schwerin Castle. It's located about an hour from Hamburg, and the castle
you can just visit everything
on an island in Lake Schwerin. There's been castles on the island since the 10th century, but the majority of the castle you see today was built in the 19th century. The castle is regarded as one of Europe's best examples of romantic architecture and is being nicknamed the Neuschwanstein of the North. Afterwards, we're going to visit Cologne. Now, located on the Rhine River in western Germany, this 2,000-year-old city is full of history. It was established in the 1st century AD thanks to its location as one of Europe's major trade routes. It grew to be one of the largest cities north of the Alps.
I can't believe it has survived that long.
Renaissance times. Sadly, during World War II, Cologne was one of the most heavily bombed cities.
But I can look at it now.
The city has been rebuilt today.
Yeah, insane.
The most popular attraction of the city is the Cologne Cathedral.
It's a cathedral.
Its construction began in 1248 AD, and it wasn't completed for nearly 600 years until 1880.
It took them 600 years to build.
The wait was worth it. I just can't believe the details of this
Gothic
cathedral.
Oh my god, look, it's so
Cologne,
big.
We're going to head over to Frankfurt. Located in west central Germany, Frankfurt is one of Europe's major financial hubs, and it's
it's
home
a
to the
financial
European
hub.
Central Bank. It's full of beautiful skyscrapers and kind of reminds me of American cities. Aside from its skyscrapers and financial district, Frankfurt is a beautiful historical
bridge.
town.
Oh my god, they have like little
places
buckets.
is Romerberg. It's a beautiful town square lined with colorful timber houses that will get your German vibes
Oh my
going.
god, they're so
Afterwards,
so
we're going
pretty.
to visit Heidelberg. Now, located about an hour's drive from Frankfurt, Heidelberg is a historic city situated on the Neckar River. Heidelberg is probably best known for its university that was founded over 600 years
it's a
ago,
very old
making
university.
it Germany's oldest university. I mean, it would be so cool to study there. Now,
Yeah.
what I love about the city is its bridges that cross the
I get
Neckar
so many
River,
bridges.
and Germany knows how to design a beautiful city.
Yes.
Now, while we're still
Oh my
in
god.
southwestern
Is that a
Germany,
wood? What
we're
is
going
that?
to
Oh, it's a
visit
black
the
forest.
Now, located right on the border of France, the region is famous for its dense forests,
It's so dense,
picturesque
yes.
villages, and is often associated with the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales.
Oh,
Now,
that's
one of
very.
the most
That's,
prominent
I
cities
didn't know
in the
that.
Black Forest is Freiburg. It's a vibrant university town with some incredible architecture. I mean, I'd love to just road trip
my
through the Black
god,
Forest
that's
this summer.
gorgeous.
But afterwards, we're going to visit the magical village of Rottenburg. Now, when
Magical
you go
village.
to Rottenburg, you'll feel like
okay.
you're walking
Now I know why
in a
it's
fantasy
magical.
movie. It's one of the most preserved medieval old towns in all of Europe.
Yeah.
During the Middle Ages, Rottenburg thrived as it was located at the crossroads
Very like
of
German
European trade
architecture.
routes. At the beginning of the 15th century, it rose to becoming the second largest city in all of Germany.
Wow.
But during the 17th century,
What happened?
Rottenburg faced adversities such as the 30-year War and the bubonic plague.
Oh,
Without much resources,
okay.
Rottenburg's growth was halted,
Of
which
course.
aided in keeping the town preserved.
But
in
yeah,
its
it
medieval
preserved it
state.
so well.
Today, Rottenburg maintains its medieval charm, and it's
Yeah.
been the inspiration for sets of Disney movies such as Pinocchio. If you go, you can check
Oh.
out the famous Plowing Corner or witness the beautiful Christmas markets. I mean, just
It's-
hard to beat the allure of this
Yeah,
German
it's
village.
magical.
In Rottenburg, you can make the 3-hour drive to the beautiful city of Munich, also known as Bavaria's capital. Munich is located in the south of Germany, about 50 kilometers from the Alps. During World War
It's
II,
just, like, very
Munich
close
was
to the
heavily
Alps.
bombed by over 70 air raids, but today the city is restored to its former beauty.
Yeah.
One of the most popular spots is the Marienplatz Central
Yeah, there's a
Square.
lot of people
You'll
there.
find the new town hall with its stunning clock tower and historical figurines.
Oh,
Now, for a final
figurines.
destination, we're going to visit the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle.
Okay,
I
another
have to
castle.
say that it is the most beautiful castle in all Europe.
Oh.
It's what inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. I mean, it's just the
yeah, it
perfect
doesn't-
place for a princess.
it doesn't
And
look
the castle
real.
is nestled at the very tip of southern Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle is placed perfectly in the mountains with a phenomenal 360
yeah,
view
it's
of
a
the
insane
Bavarian
view.
Alps and the town below. The construction of the castle began in 1869. During
What?
World War II, the SS
Muir?
debated blowing up the castle to prevent it from falling into the enemy's hands. But
Oh.
thankfully, it never happened.
Oh my
Today,
god,
the
thankfully.
castle receives over 1.4 million visitors a year, so it's definitely a tourist hotspot.
It's- yeah,
When I
it's
was
so
there,
famous.
we walked around the castle. When you're up close, you
Oh my
realize
God,
how
so
huge
big.
it
Yeah,
really
it's
is.
it's
King
ginormous.
Ludwig had some imagination. Anyways, I found a great vantage point in the trees with a perfect
Oh,
view
yeah,
of the
you can
castle.
just sort of, like, look
I
at
just
it.
can't get over the beauty of this place. I
It's
mean,
insane.
It's truly something out of a Disney fairy tale. Now, another incredible spot nearby is St. Coloman's Church.
I'm guessing it's a church.
Located just a few minutes away and has a splendid view of the castle.
Yeah, you look at the
Bavarian
castle,
Alps.
yeah, because it's
One
all
of my
flat.
favorite memories of my time in Germany was enjoying the sunset at the church,
Oh
just
my
marveling
God.
at the green
It has, like, a
pastures
little
and
garden
overall
with a
scenery.
tree.
Germany truly is a magical place. Well, that is it for my Germany top
Look at that.
25. I'm just barely scratching the surface. I mean, there's so many more incredible places
Those
in this
mountains are
country.
gorgeous.
Let me know where your favorite place is in Germany in the comments below. I also started a Spanish channel, and I did a film on Germany if you'd rather watch it in Espanol. Now you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
It looks like he just like him walking in the like middle of the garden shed, or it's a farm shed, but it's so funny how there's just like little separated houses. Okay, yeah, that I'm guessing, yeah, there was a lot of castles, like I guessed, but there's like so many more. I want to go there right now. There's like a lot of places that you're like, I want to move there, I want to live there. It's so, because everything's so beautiful. It just doesn't seem real. It looks like the things were like placed there and that's it. Especially like a lot of the castles that are just like on top of the hill. it just looks like someone, like when you grab a toy, a Lego or something, and you just like put it there, and it looks like that, because everything is like so gorgeous. And like he said, it's magical. I think the word is magical, because it doesn't really seem real. Like you can't believe that thing exists like in real life. It's not something that is like a cartoon, or no, it's just something that actually exists in real life. And not just that, but like it looks like straight off like a fantasy film. It's like, what? I have to say, like, again, something that struck me, like, it's very funny, but also gorgeous. The little like farm sheds that are like, because they're separated, so it's like really funny that they're not close together, because it's like, it's like the middle of nowhere. They're like in the boonies. There's like nothing there. It's just like the mountain. You have like the mountain, and there's like the hill, and that's it. And they're just like little farm sheds, little like houses, that there's like no road or anything. So it's like extra funny that it's just like a bunch of like houses put in there, like one here, and then like 5 meters is like another one there. So it's like, it's so funny that you just have them like there, and it's just like in the middle of the road. So I have to say that was probably like one of my favorite things, because again, it's just like so particular. And I'm wondering, like, I have so many questions, like, do these people, I'm guessing they're farmers, but they like, obviously like they live there, but do they live there like 24/7, like all throughout the year, or what? It's just so funny that I'm probably like, they don't even lock their houses, because like, your neighbors. It's like, you're literally like, every single one of your neighbors, because again, it's just like 10 houses. So it's so funny. And I want to know also how they get there. Like, do they have like cars or something? Like, it's so funny to me. I have to say also, like, there's like another city that I can't really remember, but there was like the river was like going through like the town, and there was like a river, like an actual running river with like the stones and the rocks, not just like a river. It's just like the river was flowing, and you had like the bridge and the little houses like surrounding it. That looked straight out of like, I don't know, like a Lord of the Rings film or something. It looked like a medieval situation, but it's everything, because all the architecture is pretty old, but you're like, wait, but no, this is like a modern time. You can visit this at any time. But it's like, it's insane to me that thing exists like in real life. And also obviously like the castles, something that also, there's a lot of them, but and I'm glad that you can like actually like visit them, and not just like you can look at them. You can, I'm guessing you can actually like enter them, and there's probably like some museums, and I love like historical places. But something that strikes me, like, it's wonderful to see, is like, obviously there's like World War II happened. Obviously you can't really ignore that. So a lot of cities were bombarded, a lot of cities were destroyed, but like it wasn't like that long ago in the context of like historical situations. It wasn't that long ago. And it strikes me like how wonderful it is that these days, like everything, it looks like nothing ever happened. And World War II, it wasn't that long ago. So like they rebuild it in a way that's like, I can't believe, like, you wouldn't, walking around these places, you wouldn't think that anything bad happened in the past, like, I don't know, 100 years. And it was even less. So I'm struck and shocked, but in a good way, by how fast and how quick they actually like rebuild all these places, because it looks, they managed to sort of maintain that historical charm, and you wouldn't think that there was like they bombarded it or anything. And everything looks like very historical and very pretty. A lot of Bavaria, I think, is probably like a lot of like the old, what we associate with like German houses, with the little like black stripes and the little like architecture. But yeah, it's like I don't even have a favorite, because all those places look gorgeous. All the cities, all the places, all the towns that he went to, like, they're all gorgeous. I don't even know. I don't have a favorite. I wanna visit all of them. So you can put it like on a bucket list. You can visit all these 25 places, because they're all beautiful. They're all of them are equally beautiful. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you next time. Bye.